Shit.
Wait. Can you do that again? I want to get like the close.
Yeah, I get that.
Zooming sound.
Yeah. Oh, the guy that did it with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator, he died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
But
What is his name?
Carl something, but he was also Apollo Creed in Rocky.
Oh yes.
Oh, Apollo Creed. Oh, okay.
Damn.
That's
Is
crazy.
that how we start like this?
Okay. That was quite sad.
Okay.
Because they didn't make the picture. You know, they put all the people with Harambe. They didn't put it in there.
Okay. I mean, sure.
I guess we've already started.
Okay.
But anyway, intro.
Episode 5 of the Midcast is here today. I'm with Aakash and Aveshan. Where's Sharon?
He's been taken by illness.
Well, he is not here at the moment. I'm sure he's somewhere and we are thinking about him. And we are Middle Class Problems. And yes, today we are back with more topics that Aakash has sent for us. Have you sent a topic for us?
I would say it's not as like granular as last time. It's more open.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah. Anyway, 2024.
Yes.
I think at the beginning of the year, a lot of people kind of think about New Year's resolutions and stuff like that.
Oh.
I've never been one to actually do that, to be honest.
Okay.
And yeah, have you guys ever been one to partake in New Year's resolutions or?
Not really. I think it's I get the idea, but I always think of it as like fundamentally doesn't really make sense. The start of the year doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
To be fair, so if you want to change anything, you could have started now. It's like one of those things like, oh, I'm gonna do something. I'll start at 5 p.m. or 5:30. You can start at 4:42, or if you wanted to. There is some like comfort, I guess, in like setting those things and like the coming of the new year. Like psychologically, I guess some people think of it as a reset. I'm like it's the almost install the tax year, which is more, like,
That's your starting.
more appreciable. But no, but because of like the fundamental reason why I don't really think it's to me has any bearing. But I do think about maybe certain things that might change. But I don't like to call them New Year's resolutions. It's just like something you're gonna change or put any effort in. But yeah, not as grandiose as like a resolution.
Have you thought about anything that you want to implement this year?
Be less stressed. Like, be less stressed. That'd be cool. No, I don't think. Again, they're not like very practical, like checkbox items. It's more like just chill out more, do more stuff that I actually want to do. Yeah, like it's not. They're not like overly complicated things.
But like with the whole thing, like the psychology, like someone was people in December. I was like, oh, this year's dragging. Everyone's like, yo, it's like it's the end of the year fatigue. I'm like, what do you mean end of the year fatigue? What is end of the year fatigue? Like,
I mean,
even if you're working, like you're gonna work in January anyway. You like, like even if you take leave, it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. So I think it's more of like a psychological thing more than anything else. I don't think there's any grand thing. Like you said, you can start it at any time.
I mean, okay, maybe this. I actually do agree with the whole year-end fatigue though, because it's like it's like as you get to December, even if you aren't taking leave, it is still considered like the festive period, which is even in terms of your company, usually things would slow down. Even in terms of like roadmaps, and they are planned in years, usually. So I kind of get that, because as you get to the end, it's like, okay, it is coming down, and then it's more like the ramp up for January, February. So I kind of get year-end fatigue.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like the entire system is designed to kind of slow down at that point and give you that idea of, okay, we're going to start again after December. Like, that's pretty much how I've experienced the workplace being as well. Like, even though I just started a new job in December, there wasn't that sort of idea of, okay, now you're just going to hit the ground running. They were like, okay, we really slowed down now, and then when you're back, that's when we're actually going to start ramping things up for you.
Does the company close?
Yeah, we did close.
Okay, yeah. So that in and of itself.
Yeah, so it's like I can understand like that kind of mindset of it being like a cycle, but like with regards to personal goals and stuff like that, I don't agree with having that sort of don't agree, but like I've never identified with having like, okay, this year I'm going to start doing this, or from the start of like this time I'm going to start looking at things this way. It's always been, you get these ideas of things that you want to change and improve and all of that, and then I think you just kind of implement it whenever you feel like it. And
Yeah.
So you don't have any resolutions?
Like for this year, I wouldn't say that, like, I don't think it follows the same format of, when I think of New Year's resolution, I think, okay, 2024, I'm going to do this. But
Okay.
it's more like, I think of things that I actually want to achieve and do, and I don't actually put like a time frame to it. It's more like going forward, I would like to have achieved this at this point, but it's like, then you start working towards it. Like, to give you an example, I was looking for a job for a very long time, but it wasn't like like for context, I wasn't unemployed. I didn't have a job before this. But it's like, I was looking for a new job for a very long time, and I didn't want to put that time frame of, okay, I'm going to find it in this period, because it's like, I think it just adds a bit more extra pressure on you by giving you that sort of really hard stop that you want to have it all done within. Because as you get closer to that date, you're going to start feeling a lot more pressurized to sort of achieve that goal.
Can be helpful.
Yeah, I think finding that balance between the motivation and not killing yourself with the stress.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah.
You?
I don't do New Year's resolutions anymore because I mean, not that good a commitment. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Zoom in.
No, I'm very committed, guys. But like one of the things I'm trying to become in general, and this is like since November or whatever, like just be more organized. Like I do so many things. I have to be organized. I have to slot everything to a calendar. So that's literally the only thing, and also not taking people's nonsense. Those are the only two things. That we are doing this year. Like that's it. Simple as that. So yeah, I don't know. Like if I had to say I want to achieve these things, like life has shown me that you don't always go out and just achieve those things in a timeline. Sometimes they get pushed up by a week, month, whatever the case might be. So it's kind of a little bit unrealistic. It's like if you have like Aakash said, if you have like a certain like, there's things you want to do, but you're not sure when those are going to happen. As long as you're working towards those, incrementally.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think that, like, I appreciate the sort of efforts to actually attempt to achieve your goal rather than putting out those clear-cut start and end dates. Yeah, I think they work in like certain like work scenarios where you're given sort of like goals to achieve in order for a grand project to be realized by a start, like an end date. But for certain things like that apply to your personal life, I don't think it really is that helpful. Well, to me anyway. So,
yeah, sure, fair enough.
But yeah, it's like with that in mind, I don't know, like how 2023 had went. I think a lot of stuff nobody really saw coming, and like things that you would do, weren't really planned. So it's like, what about things that happened last year that you kind of achieved, or lessons that you learned that you didn't expect to happen?
No, man. Like no, like it.
What?
No, I was just saying no, man. Like you can't. Like I think for me, like I already achieved things, but I didn't know those were gonna happen. Everything was just unknown. Like everything. It was just a whirlwind.
That's strange because I feel like that's what it is like this year for me. It's like 2024 is like one of the few times where I've entered the year and it's like I have absolutely no idea what's gonna happen, because it's like there's so much of stuff that I wanted to do that I actually ended up doing it last year, and it's like this year I've kind of taken time to just kind of enjoy being where I'm at, because like I spent so much of time and so much of effort working towards getting here. It's like now I'm like, okay, let's just enjoy where things are instead of constantly putting that pressure on myself to, start something else again. And because of that, it's like this is actually kind of exciting because I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen, and I'm open to all the things. So, yeah.
Cut to 6 months later where he's a heroin addict on the side of the street. Open to all changes. Fair enough. It's some of the whole resolution question. It's just that I'm like, more than I realized, I was like planning too much without really planning, but like planning what I needed to do. I'm too tired, man. Like I just wanna do photography stuff and just hang. So I'm just hanging.
Hell yeah.
I just want to hang. That is what I've learned. I want to hang more.
Yeah, I think you've been burnt out very often. So I think
Yes, he laughed harder than
I agree.
so I'm pretty sort of curious to see if when you get into an environment where you're not as high strung, like how you kind of fit into that mold. Like,
well, we will see.
Do you know it's actually funny about that? Like right now, I'm in a role that leaves you less high strung, and now I'm very positive. Like it's like I see now, like the other side. It's like, oh, that little thing that used to stress me out, it doesn't stress me out anymore. Like, so you just focus on things that need your attention rather than just focusing on every little thing every single time. So yeah, I think if you are out of that environment, it will actually do you a world of good.
Yeah, I agree.
I think your brain will have more time to actually just decompress and focus on the
My
things
brain
you
is
do.
tired.
What you actually
brain is
like to
tired.
do.
You know the you know it, but like the little Dicky pillow talking.
Yeah.
Like the 10-minute song. And it's like it's a little Dicky song, but it's like featuring Brain. And for some reason, he just created another character called Brain. It's still him. So he'll rap, and then it's like the Brain will come along, and it's still him, but not him. Like, Brain is tired. Like I really understand. Like
women do not
I'm not tired. Brain is tired. Brain wants to chill.
Mental exhaustion.
Yeah, Brain wants to chill.
It doesn't get more middle class than mental exhaustion.
What do you want me to do? You go to manual labor, or like what do you want?
Yeah, no.
I'll break it on a different level.
No. It's a bit much for that.
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got?
But yeah, I think like 2023 had like a lot of sort of trends and stuff that I saw come up. And one interesting thing is like, even though we are doing a podcast now, I've seen like an incredible rise in podcasts over the last year. And with that has come this video format that I've seen for shorts where it's somebody facing off camera.
You don't know whether.
Yeah. You don't actually know
whether they have a podcast.
Yeah, we don't know if they're actually on a podcast or not.
What do you mean?
They're like sitting like this,
Yeah.
like you're sitting, and then the camera's like on that side, it's on the side facing. You can't see who they're talking to. But
It's the Joe Rogan perspective without the shot of Joe Rogan.
Oh.
And it's like they're spitting information at you.
Interesting. Yeah.
And that entire setup makes it sort of seem that what they're saying is a bit more important.
Okay.
Is that not like parody videos?
No.
I think that's the point. You don't know.
No, it's not. Like they fully are sort of giving you information that they think is very valuable. And
The podcast never tends to be like something like jovial. It's always like them saying some fact about something.
Yeah. Like
just to give it like validity.
The way they've achieved like their success and things like that. And so it's like with that kind of trend, what kind of trends do you guys think would be happening this year?
What the heck?
I was like, where was this question going?
What
Like,
the heck?
I see your attempt at the segue, but
Do I look like Nostradamus?
yeah.
Yes.
So you don't have any predictions? Social media trends?
If I had social media trends, I'd be already popular. Don't you think I would?
I'm not gonna lie. It is incredibly difficult to try and figure out. That is kind of trying to figure out what virality is and how it would work. I don't know. I can, in terms of like the rise in podcasts, that I'm not surprised about because of the sheer accessibility of it. There's in terms of if you want to do a good podcast, you need fair amount of equipment to do that. But if you just wanted to do a podcast, you could just technically record it on your phone with a big enough environment, and you could do that. So, in terms of what is coming next, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, to be honest, I'm not sure.
I've noticed, what I have noticed in general is people are putting out more authentic content. I don't know, like it's almost as if it's like people just record things that are just actually happening to them. Like it's still technically staged in a way. Not well, I say staged.
What's an example of this?
Like if someone like does like little outfits of the day, or like they're recording their colleagues when they're working, or they're doing just mundane tasks in general.
Vlog
like vlog content.
Vlog content.
So-
Vlog content.
So I agree because I was thinking about the same thing. However, I'm not sure if there's been a rise in that type of content or just as you've gotten older, that's kind of what you're drawn towards. Because I've also started watching a lot more of real world stuff, I guess, but it's usually based on still something. But I don't know, the whole authentic content thing of like people, you've kind of realized that you could get lucky with viral content and then keep hitting trends, but that seems exhausting. But there's the other thing of like if the person is the content, whatever they make will be good if you find your audience for it. I think it was Rick Rubin or something. He said about like the whole thing is if as an artist make art that you want to make, and then that's what people will want to watch. It might take a while for the people that want to watch that to find it, but eventually they will, and then you will just keep making what you want to make. Because then the alternative is trying answering his question, which is trying to stay on top of trends, and then I don't know how long you can do that. So it could be that people have started to figure out that you just grind enough, not even grind enough, like do what you actually want to make, and then you find the audience for it. Or we've just started watching that more content, and it seems that this is prevailed.
When you like say you've seen like similar stuff, are you talking about those like cooking videos and stuff, like first person shots?
No, not really. Because of I think maybe part of it's because I've gotten more into like filmmaking. I've started looking into more of these like, it's not just vlogs but like cinematic vlogs. There's a few channels, like I'm sure you've seen like Life of Reza is a good one.
Yeah.
There's that other guy, what's his name?
Cooking with Lindo. I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's a whole concept of like
It's making mundane things.
I was supposed to say making the mundane look interesting, which in and of itself makes just your regular stuff seem more interesting. And again, it feels less produced. Even though if you look at technically what you would consider produced, like it's heavily produced on her side, but it still feels real. She's a good example, but there was someone, her name is Natalie someone or something with an N. It was the craziest cinematic vlog I've ever seen. Like the quality of shots versus what she was trying to tell was insane. And she makes one video every like 4 months, and that's not a conducive way to do YouTube in terms of like monetary gain. But she has such a big cult following because of how good the videos are that that's what I've considered like that's like good YouTube to me now. Not to mention like the other ones are not good, but that's a whole other like filmmaking.
So like the time it takes to make the videos are appreciable because of how good the quality is.
Not necessarily the time it takes, but I can see the amount of effort that was gone in, and like again, what she's trying to convey in her videos comes across. Like they look like short films, like truly like Hollywood level short films. It's cool watching interviews of how she does it. They're all really janky setups, but to get the point across, it's like a really good storytelling.
Okay.
I don't remember what the question was.
It was just about trends. But yeah, look, I think you got a point there. Like, I don't know, you don't wanna. It's like there's no point in watching someone continuously make all these videos time and time again in different ways, trying to catch people out, trying to do all these things, like trying to do too much. Like, why are you doing too much, bro? Like, just relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the only example I have of that is like the Grand Tour. Like on, at this point they're old, so that's why they probably slowed down. But like it's like once every few months, like they went on another tour thingy. They've done this like 100 times, but like it's because they're going to different locations and that's the way they're doing it. Like you can see that it's taking a lot of effort to do that.
That's the thing. It's like it's the personalities of the content.
Yeah.
I put it into two camps. Like that's the thing. Like you could say like that type of content is like the Sidemen. I started watching them during lockdown because they was just like I was watching a lot more YouTube and I found a backlog and just started watching them and like this is actually funny. They're not doing anything that is like changing my perspective on life or like making me think about stuff, but they're entertaining. And that's a different kind of authenticity. Like they do come across as like 7 friends that are genuinely making videos together that they seem to enjoy, and that's why I watch it. Like their concepts sometimes are not that funny, but they will be funny, which I'll watch. But then you'll have like these really gigantic like storytelling. Her name is Natalie Lynn. Like I think you should watch it. Like, just watch one video. It's crazy.
Okay.
Like, I have never thought YouTube could look like that, because you get like the Mr. Beast level of YouTube, which is like, I don't know, YouTube get to that point where it's like so over the top and crazy, but this is like, you could stick this in a short film festival and no one would bat an eye. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's such an interesting thing because there's a video that I have saved and watched later, which I actually haven't watched yet, but it's like.
How many videos did you watch later?
Let me check right now and tell you.
Yeah. Because mine's gone ridiculous now. I'm on 3012. I don't know what to do about that.
But yeah, just while I'm
Just start
searching
watching.
for this.
I'm trying.
Watch later. 287.
Damn.
Because I
You-
spend at least one day a week going back and watching them.
4,200.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm under 100. I don't put things in watch later. It just stays on the recommended page for a long time.
Oh.
But that's literally not how it'll work though. Like it'll stay there maybe 2-3 times if it's a YouTube channel that you watch a lot. But if you see an interesting video from a channel you've never watched before,
Nope.
if you don't hit watch later, that shit gone.
No. It pops up. Mine definitely.
Oh,
my
fair
algorithm's just weird. Like it pops up later. So I don't have to. That's why I don't put things in watch later.
Oh, I just don't trust will shop again. I'll chuck shit in my watch later. But
But
anyway.
anyway, yeah, so I saw this video and I think like the title was so interesting because it kind of wanted to do commentary on the sort of transition from like content to cinema, where it's like, what does that mean to you? Like, do you think that content can fit the cinema stage?
I think so. It's really funny watching like traditional filmmakers look kind of down on YouTubers as this is content. It's not cinematography. It's not cinematic, and then you can even see it in the Reddit, like our cinematography, which is. There'll always be people asking about like A24, the producers of like basically like indie style horror movies, but for the big screen. And a lot of people are like, oh, what camera or what setup do I need to shoot like A24? You can actually see people in the comments losing their minds because of that question doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like traditional concepts in cinema which I think we've moved away from. Like you don't need to do anything in a certain way for it to be considered like Hollywood. There are certain things that will make you think this is a like blockbuster movie, but that's just because you've watched these things over time. Like if you see something in 24 frames a second, it looks cinematic to you because that's what movies were shot in. You could shoot like a cockroach in 24 frames a second and then give it a story and like, we're making a movie, boys. So but versus like YouTube, it's like, where would you put Mr. Beast videos now? Like that doesn't feel like regular content anymore. His budgets are as big as like TV shows. So like I think people need to just like get off their like these people are gonna die. They're old anyway, and like the new like age of filmmakers. Because the thing, if you think all the 10 directors that you maybe know are all middle-aged to old white men that have been around for ages. Like it's the same dudes. Like when they're gone, you can have a whole host of new directors that you don't really know what their style is like, and you'll see a lot of the movies that are making impacts now, like you'll come out of nowhere. It's like because they don't look like the other ones, and then so I think that whole concept of like whatever cinema should be is dumb, and people need to move on and just.
No, I agree. I think it's like I don't know much. I haven't watched many A24 films, just the horror ones. But it's like I've definitely seen that trend of people kind of just getting on that like A24 is like the new big thing, and we need to. These are the only companies that make good films.
Yeah.
And I think with any sort of thing that gets released, you're gonna have that spectrum of people that are just sort of fanatics.
Yeah.
And they sort of take it way too far, and then there's people that actually sort of just watch it, appreciate it, and then you just don't really need to draw that opinion of like this is better, this is not better. It's like this is just what you enjoy. The others just may not be what you enjoy.
Yeah.
And
okay.
yeah, and it's like I've seen, I think it was Talk to Me, which was made by them, and like I really enjoyed it. And to me, when I watched it, it wasn't like I went into it, oh, this is a sort of movie made by YouTubers. I straight up just watched it because I'm a fan of horror movies. I didn't actually go and watch it thinking, oh, okay, because this is made by YouTubers, like now I want to go see it. And it's like watching that movie didn't feel like I was watching a YouTube video. It felt like an actual film.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of techniques and stuff that people would use that I wouldn't recognize because I don't know much about cinematography. But it's like, it was done so well, and it's like, I don't like I agree with you completely. It's like that the new age of filmmaking is here, and people really should not try and gatekeep and say, oh no, this is not like.
I mean, whatever you're gonna do, there's always
Yeah.
gonna be gatekeepers. But I mean,
Yeah.
also logically, if someone wanted to get into filmmaking, which is one of the hardest things I think one could actually get into, like to become an actual Hollywood director of movies is probably insane. Like it might be easier to run for president. Like, to be fair, like it's probably
I
easier.
can't confirm.
I don't
that.
know. I just pulled that out of my ass. But
I think it's like
but
that has been so skewed for me because when ever I would watch like older movies, there would always be like the film kid in the high school. There was like
What?
always that one kid that enjoyed making film. So I thought it was incredibly common for some reason.
no,
Yeah.
think about it. How many movies have you watched?
Yeah.
How many movie directors can you name?
Not many to be
That's
honest.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. How many presidents can you name? That's not a fair assumption, but like Donald Trump ran for president. Kanye wanted to run for president, but like it's incredibly difficult to get into
Yeah.
it. So the easiest way for one to try and practice filmmaking, get your content out, and like build a reputation is YouTube. So
Yeah.
it's not surprising that a bunch of your directors will come from YouTube. Like Raka Raka were the two guys that made Talk to Me. Jordan Peele was making
Yeah.
skits on, I mean, I wouldn't call it just YouTube, but primarily a comedian for a long time is now making gigantic movies. So it's not like Corridor Digital started off as just a VFX house they're now working on. It's like, inevitably those things are going to become seamless and
Yeah.
they're going to be the same people. It's just a budget that's different.
I think it's like because people have so much more access. It used to be inaccessible before.
Yeah, I agree.
And now that it is, I think people have a lot more creative freedom to put their stuff out there.
Yeah,
And
I
we're
agree.
seeing a lot more different perspectives and takes on things, and it's really cool because just people's imaginations are just amazing sometimes with the things they can come up with. Honestly, like
That got wholesome.
Yeah, I
pretty quick.
agree. No, I agree. It is.
Yeah.
It is cool. Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, moving on. Yeah. So basically, I don't know. Do you guys have any travel plans this year? Any places you guys want to see or
Well,
things that you want to do?
well, the plan was last year we spoke about this to go to Korea, South Korea.
Why did you have
Just
to?
in case people are wondering, somewhere in the second half of the year, which I still think is doable. After speaking to a few friends that have planned international trips and are going either now or in a few months, I've just realized I've put so much, not pressure, but I've overestimated how much effort it takes to plan the trip. Like, there obviously is as much nitty gritty that you want to get, like to plan a trip, but dates, plane tickets, leave, you're kind of good. Like it's not, you don't have to really go out of this. So I'm like, I need to, I'm still planning. That is what we're doing. I'm doing. You doing? Yeah. A Korea trip. There was speak of a road trip to Namibia.
I don't know.
I still think that's cool.
I think it's doable. I think we actually need to wrangle.
I'm just gonna
people.
leave someone else to plan that.
Need to wrangle the folk.
That would also be cool. But I would like to go to at least one thing
Yeah.
this year.
I would like to do the road trip. I think it's. I enjoy the drives and the little stops along the way. I think you see.
I think it'd be
things-
great.
I think you see things that you wouldn't necessarily see if you're just traveling from place to place.
Okay, I want to do it. You want to do it?
Yeah.
You want to do a road trip to Namibia? You
wanna
want to do a road trip to Namibia?
Yeah, but
Yeah. See, you don't. What? You don't seem very convinced.
How are you
yeah?
gonna feel being in a car for 18 hours?
no.
Not in
here's-
one go.
No, here's the thing. So this year, me and my sister actually planning to travel to Zanzibar.
Oh, that's
Okay.
At least that's what we're saying to each other.
cool. Okay.
And I was actually also planning on going to a trip to Namibia, but
Oh.
yeah, but I didn't know you guys were planning one as well.
Well, now you know. Where are you going?
And all my plans are undisclosed at this time. I'm
Undisclosed.
There's no date. No date has been confirmed. So remember I said I was going to Mossel Bay.
Yeah.
I've moved that from February to I'm gonna move it to April.
Oh, then what should you do for your birthday?
That is a thing that we're going to discuss. I was like, the fuck, I'm joking. I also unplanned. I am.
Cocaine and hookers. Okay, interesting. Okay,
So-
wait, why were you going to Namibia?
I have a friend in Namibia.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we were gonna visit. I was gonna visit him.
Okay.
Mm.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's
that's-
gonna.
that's basically-
Maybe
that's-
the road trip might be back on.
Yeah,
I want to go. I would like to go.
I do enjoy longer drives, to be honest.
I'm gonna leave this with you.
Okay.
Like I want you to take lead on this. I can't be planning everything. You wrangle the
The people-
Namibians.
There's only one.
Wrangle the Namibian as we require her.
Like,
Oh,
let's hope
for
she
context-
watches this video.
Oh, for context, I know another person from, not just the one.
Great, we got 2 Namibians. We'll be untouched in the country. Yeah, that's cool.
To
What
Volvo
did you
Spain.
have any other?
I haven't actually thought about it. I think like travel hasn't been something I thought about pretty much ever, to be honest. Like
I really want to do it.
it's like just in general, there's always like I've never had that urge to say, okay, I want to really travel to that place.
Oh, really?
Like it just never was such a big like compulsion for me.
It's been for a really long time. It just never felt realistic. But now I've also realized I've just been putting way too much. It wasn't that.
Yo.
It wasn't. I didn't like. Because I'm like, oh, we have to plan, be completely free, have. I'm like, no, just it's not that big deal. Just go.
Yeah, it isn't. I think it's like because I've had family that traveled so often, it didn't seem like an unrealistic thing because I've seen it happen so many times.
Fair enough.
But it's like I don't know. I just never felt like the urge to actually travel to this place. Like,
There's no country or place that you feel compelled to go check
Iceland.
What's the backstory
Great
behind
Jamaica.
that?
out. Okay.
I don't know. I like cold places.
Okay.
We'll take you to a butchery, and we'll take you to
No,
the
it's
cold
like
ocean. We will lay you.
Put you in a macro freezer.
Yeah, lay you with the
Hey,
meats.
my man, Chops is open.
Just put you in the fridge for a bit.
Glaciers, northern lights.
The northern lights are with like moose, I don't know if they're in Iceland. That's-
I think I don't know.
polar bear.
Maybe I don't know. I think polar bears are Antarctic, but so wrong.
I mean,
hemisphere.
it don't get colder
Oh,
than that.
no, bro, I don't know. My geography knowledge
I
is not
don't
great.
know.
But
But
yeah.
yeah.
See the black sand beaches.
Yeah,
Where is
that
that?
place, Iceland.
Oh, okay.
And like where's that called? The place where they have the
Oh,
speedboat.
Svalbard.
Svalbard, yeah. Always wanted to go there.
Can you go as a
You can
regular
visit.
person?
You
Oh,
can
okay.
visit as a tourist. It's extremely expensive to go because you need to take like I don't know how many modes of transportation to get
Oh,
to the
okay.
place. And because it's so hard to travel there, like the price of food and stuff is crazy expensive.
Okay, makes sense.
But yeah, I don't know why. I
Interesting.
just always wanted to go to like a really cold place.
Fair enough. Probably Iceland is kind of cool. Again,
Yeah,
I watched
but
the
also
Sidemen video of them going there. It looks
Really
sick.
expensive.
It looked crazy cool.
Really
Is
expensive.
Reykjavik in Iceland?
It sounds like it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I've never really thought about visiting anywhere else. To be
Oh,
honest.
interesting. I like have a bunch of places. Like
What place would you like to
I
go
really
to?
want to go to South Korea. I just know so much about food and culture, and
Mhm.
like I really would like to visit there. Japan.
Mm,
I'm a weeb.
yeah.
This makes sense. I really want to go to the U.S., but I know
Mm.
like that in and of itself is like a stupid answer because where there's 52 states, so like each one is kind of its own country.
Mm.
I want to go like Louisiana, which is where like what's SoCal? What's it called?
What?
What's the place called? The like where the Salem witch trials and stuff happened.
Salem.
No,
Salem.
the what's this place called? Like where Southern Comfort is like branded to be from. No, it's Johnny. Bro,
That's
okay.
Jack Daniels,
Well,
but
whatever. There's this fucking place in thing where it's basically the food capital, sort of the U.S.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Louisiana, something.
Georgia.
Huh?
about. No.
No, that's Atlanta.
Oh,
I like to check on Atlanta as well.
No,
It
but
seems
I know
cool.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of places in the U.S. like Florida. Just want to check it out, man. Is it as
it's
crazy as
great.
people?
You
Yeah.
know, go to the Everglades.
No, no, I do not. LA seemed like a lot of cool
Mm.
food, and it's like content capital. Las Vegas would be a cool just to
Mm.
check it out. there's a whole bunch of like stuff in the especially because I'm also we're exposed to so much US media. It does seem like a cool place. Those are kind of the main ones. Like other than that, like I would like to go visit all these other places, but I just don't know as much about them.
I think similarly is like I don't really know much about these other places to actually want to go and see it. Like as much as I'm a big anime fan and stuff, it's like I don't know what maybe food I'd go to Japan for, but it's like I don't really sort of find it like that appealing for me to go to Japan. Like there's nothing about it that really draws me to it. It seems like a really cool place, and a lot of I think I might be a bit skeptical about it because a lot of the media that we see paints Japan as this really incredibly peaceful place.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like you go there and everything is just so fine and dandy, and it's like I sort of am kind of put off by that because it's kind of painted as so almost like therapeutic and this like land of milk and honey. But
no, fair enough.
And I have definitely considered going, but I don't know. I'm just a bit skeptical about if I would actually enjoy it.
I think now it's like outside of just visiting, I'm also thinking of like photography and like that like all of these places also involve that, and like I really like walkable places that are safe that you can, and like Japan, Korea, fuck the US, but like those two places are well known to be like, sure, you mentioned like how safe, like violent crimes are not really a thing there, like you actually can do that, and like it is very walkable, which I would want to do. It's like it was very different from here anyway that you can go. I'm like always worried about walking around with a camera here.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, fair.
Cool. Yeah, and you any sort of ballpark places you wanted to visit, just always wanted to go to, but nothing about like realistic budget or anything, just
Sorry. No, not really. Like I don't think there's. I think with my traveling, it's just I'm just gonna go wherever the traveling takes me. Like that's why the Zanzibar thing. Like this is more my sister's dream. Like she wants to really go. I'm like, you know what? I've never been to Zanzibar before. What I will say though is that I do want to go to a football stadium of a team that I've watched before. I like I want to go to Old Trafford, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, going to the Camp Nou in Barcelona. I'd want to go to Germany to go to the what do they call it? The Signal Iduna Park for Borussia Dortmund. Like there's stadiums I actually want to go to, like these larger than life stadiums with this atmosphere, and it's crazy. So that's what I want to do more. Like not like the city, like the towns in there, but like just go to that stadium. That's something I'd like to do.
Have you been to like big sporting games here?
Yeah, I've been to Loftus. I've been to what's that one called? Soccer City. Yeah, FNB Stadium.
For
a sporting event.
For Bafana.
Okay.
Yeah, Loftus. I went for a Rapid game and for Sundowns. I've been to DHL Stadium for South Africa as well. That game was actually anyway. So, but yeah, I've been to a few. I've been to in Pretoria. Also went to Atteridgeville for Supersport or Sundowns, one of the two. But yeah, I've been to a few sporting events. Yeah, I haven't been to Moses Mabhida yet. Wow.
I've only been there once.
I haven't been there either.
I went there when they had Top Gear there.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a cool experience.
But you guys not watching any of the World Cup games?
I was in a fan park.
I never went to a stadium to watch it. Also, a fan park or standing in some place.
Again, I'm not the biggest sports fan, and like I went to like watch a rugby match like 2 weeks ago for the first time in the stadium, and I mean, I kind of get it. Like the atmosphere is cool and all, but like I don't know what's going on. Like there's no commentary, so I don't know what's going on for one, and it's like because I'm not really supporting anyone, I'm just kind of hanging. And there's a shitload more downtime in the live match than I assumed on like it's cool, but I don't think I care. I would go watch like fighting events live though. I find that entertaining. Also, New Orleans. That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah,
New Orleans.
Yeah, I think if like UFC comes here because of Rickers, I would go.
Yeah, I watch that.
Yeah.
I find combat sports live really entertaining to watch.
But yeah, I think I would like to go to more sporting events. I don't know. It's like last year specifically. I don't know. I just really started understanding sport. I just really
Patriotism
started
unlocked.
Just really got not even because of the rugby. I think it's like, I think I understood it from a different perspective. Like, if you're watching like Yu-Gi-Oh, for example.
Yeah. The Yu-Gi-Oh
Okay,
switched from
I
me
can't
to
wait
him.
to see.
Or even like League of Legends.
No,
competitions.
keep the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh has-
What are you
Yu-Gi-Oh
going
has
with
been
this?
on this podcast for the last 3 episodes. It's actually impressive. I'm actually very impressed.
Where are you going with this?
But it's like that sort of excitement that you get from watching these duels that you actually like similar to that. But then,
I mean, I guess, but I mean,
Okay, that's what I'm
fundamentally,
saying,
what you're saying,
Legends.
you have inherent interest in the sport.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
so-
like even like League of Legends stuff, you actually enjoyed watching the competition because you understood what was going on. So that's why
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand that if you don't know what's happening, it wouldn't seem as interesting to you.
Yeah.
But it's like I think I've started actually developing an interest in certain things now, and we'll see if I actually am going to be a fan of it when like the time comes. But for now, I do find it really interesting learning about sports.
I think participating in sports actually, like I
Mm.
play 5-a-side. Been playing 5-a-side for nearly a month. It's like, this is what I missed. Being on playing football,
How's
kicking
your
the ball.
knee?
Don't worry about it. No, the knee is very. It obviously I need to take good care of it. Yesterday I heard a bit of a horror story where basically the guy didn't, like he went back to surgery like twice, and then like the doctor told him, no, don't do that, don't play football no more. So if I don't take care of my knee, I could just end up on crutches. But
What do you mean? Like permanently?
yes, because like my patella, like if I don't take care of it properly, then I won't be able to walk properly.
Fuck. Okay.
Wait, did they tell you like what condition you have?
No, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying the physio said that. I'm saying people in general have been saying, hey.
Oh,
you've
people in
got-
general don't know anything, so you're fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you had like a diagnosed condition.
Yeah,
No, how guys, this knee's better than ever.
I thought we were going down like the doctors. I'm like, what the hell? Like some bro on the street, dude, like, they don't.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah, like,
Relax, guys.
I
relax,
bumped
guys.
my knee on a table once. Like I know.
Relax, guys. We good. But I was thinking of actually like retiring from playing football.
What is happening?
Not now.
Oh.
Down the line.
How long is the line?
Yeah, how many years you got left?
5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Until I have to hang up my boots permanently. I mean, I wasn't active for like 5 years, but you know.
I mean, but the knee. So
Yeah, so
it's understandable.
I'm gonna have a great retirement here.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, on like the fact of playing sports, what about like fitness goals and stuff for this year? You guys trying
Not
to
get
achieve-
fatter. That is it. That is it.
Well, this is the fittest I've ever been in my entire life. I'm going to keep
Mm.
doing this. I'm not gonna lie, if I could just figure out how nutrition, like if I cared about it enough and like figured food out, I'd be like really fine. Because I actually have motivation enough to exercise. I do enjoy the things I do to an extent. It doesn't feel like a slog. But damn, I can't be bothered about cooking food properly. Like
Too much time.
no, again, maybe when I'm not at so high strung anymore, I will resume enjoying cooking. Because I do enjoy cooking. But right now, can't be asked. Whatever is the easiest. But in terms of a goal, I don't really know. Like, not lose more weight. That'd be cool. Be fit. I don't know.
What is your fitness goal? Because like
Me.
Just be able to fight 10 men.
I I am currently also the fittest I've ever been, but I also exercise a lot. So it's like I need to find a lot more balance because I think I'm doing it too much, to be honest.
doing too much. He doing too much.
No,
Flex on us.
no.
Flex on us,
now I
Aakash,
realize,
please.
yeah.
Please, sir, continue.
No, because like I train like 6 days in the morning whenever I wake up. So Monday to Saturday, I wake up in the morning and I go to gym. And then on a Monday, Wednesday, I will do boxing. And then recently on a Tuesday and Thursday, I'm just going to the gym to run in the afternoons after work, and then I come home. And then on a Friday, depending on if we're doing something or not, then I'll also go to the gym and just maybe run or something.
You don't have anything else you want to do, like with your time.
But the thing is, like, it doesn't take that much time.
What do you mean? At
Like-
least an hour, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like I just really enjoy boxing, and then I'm probably not gonna stick with it though when my contract at the gym is up. But I'm gonna either go back to Muay Thai or pick a different gym.
Oh.
So yeah, but it's like I don't know. I just really enjoy doing that, like exercise. It's gives me a lot of like in the mornings when I do work out, it gives me a lot of mental clarity for the rest of the day, and then especially if I have something like really stressful happening during the workday, then afterwards I go around and I come home, I just feel a lot more decompressed.
Okay.
So it does help me do other things a lot more with a lot more clarity. So yeah, it's not that it like take. Actually, I don't feel like it takes up that much time, because I think it's because I do the morning session as well.
See, I've wondered about this. It's like maybe I feel like I have too many hobbies, and like I feel like I can't exercise more than this. I'll have to drop something. Like either like I'm constantly in backlog with photography, cinematography, learning music, drawing, and like I don't think I can do more exercise. Then it'll be like my entire day is scheduled every day of every the whole week. And I wondered if I did not have any compulsion to do any art stuff. I feel like I had so much time.
No, I get you.
To do more stuff. So I've gotten comfortable. Like this is my fitness can only my amount that I put into fitness stuff can only increase slightly more than this. And then I'm now cutting into other things that I don't want to fight 10 man. Like I don't
fighting 10 man.
I think Aakash will admit it, but I think that's what he's training for.
Trying to fight 10 men.
Where did you get this from? I don't understand.
Just in case we get pulled up on it. Aakash wants to feel comfortable.
Who's spinning the block?
Huh? The ops.
I have ops.
We have no ops.
Yeah, I'm not. I think what has been cool is that going through this whole boxing thing and doing it, I have realized like I enjoy the fitness aspect.
Yeah.
I have no aspirations of being a fighter. Like I'm not a fighter. Like I'm not. Like I'm not.
So you're not.
No, I know you're gonna go there. Like no, I'm not. Like I don't have like aspirations to do that. Like I get the fitness part of it, and it's cool. Like because it was always like you never know until you try it, and like it's cool to like check that box. Like it's cool enough, but like I don't want to keep getting punched in the face all the time. Like it's not entertaining. Like it's not a totally an enjoyable affair. So
for your fight, are you gonna pull up with Sprinter as the song?
It's not Sprinter.
Come again?
No, it's not Sprinter. No, but the thing is like I don't have the aspirations that you have for like sports and fitness. It's not there. Like I'm not there. Which
no, I think
it's cool to know. Like I'm like fully okay with like knowing that now.
No, the thing is like I said before, everybody else started doing boxing. It's like it's something that you'll only learn when you actually do get hit in the face.
Yeah.
Which is like
Don't
either
it.
you wanna. I don't think anyone likes it.
I would not make that blanket statement.
It's like I think what will happen is you'll decide if it's something that you can deal with, where you'll actually try to get better and block and dodge and all that, or you realize it's just not for you, and then you'll just change. And the fitness aspect is fine. And it's like I don't have a desire to fight 10 man.
I don't believe you.
It's just like
Truly don't believe him.
I think that because I spent like a lot of time being ill, it's like now that I have like full sort of like as much energy as I've ever had, I do enjoy pushing my body as far as I can to see what I can do.
If you fight 10 man, you can push it further.
But it's also like
What? Are you saying he's Goku or something? What's going on here?
No, you just want to fight 10 men.
But it's also like the thing that you said about your hobbies is like the stuff that I do, it's not as much as what you do, 100%. And it's like I think I'm so comfortable, I'm so happy with the stuff that I do right now, which is like my reading and my writing and maybe some watching a film here or there. It's like that stuff to me is just, it's enough. I do want to do one more thing that's a bit more artistic. Maybe I will actually make a proper efforts to learn the piano properly.
Okay.
But it's like after that, it's like I know that I'm not going to do anything else. Like I have no desire to pick up something that I think is interesting. Like I'm pretty much, I know myself well enough to know when I just find something interesting and when it's something I actually want to do. And it's not just like oh, that's cool, let's do that. I mean, if I have this like uncertainty of if I actually like doing it, I'll definitely try it. But it's not like I'll just pick it up and work extremely hard at it because I know I find it interesting. I think I just would not achieve as much as I can as compared to something that I know I genuinely feel a compulsion to do. I've just seen so much more results from spending my effort doing things like that than just going and picking different things. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, okay. I mean, not maybe. I mean, yes. Like what you said is correct. I meant no. I meant like I don't know. No, I meant like no. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm skeptical of doing stuff like that, like my biggest hobby right now is photography. I think, and the only reason I even got into that, I picked up Sean's camera and started taking pictures, and then I ended up like not randomly, but I like it conveniently happened that I could buy a camera for pretty cheap, and that purchase, even though it wasn't a lot of money, if I had no inclination of trying it out, I wouldn't have bought it because it was like a few thousand, and like it's not. So I'm like I'm not ready to commit to these hobbies. I need to try. I want to make knives. maybe that's what I'm really good at.
I mean, on that note, I would like to learn how to fish. Like I've always wanted to know how to fish, to be honest.
But as a hobby, or like you want to get good, like you are now the fishing guy.
No. I don't want to become the fishing guy. It's like
fisherman. Anyway,
I don't want to be a fisherman. like
angler, Aakash.
No, that's my YouTube
Aakash the
channel.
angler.
Aakash the angler. No.
That'd be kind of cool.
No, I think it's like I just think it's a very cool skill to learn. Like,
wait, what do you mean?
Like
to
fishing,
catch a fish.
To catch fish. I know how it sounds, but it's like I don't know. I just find it interesting, like learning about the different types of baits and types of fish that you can catch.
I wish I could have zoomed into those space.
Fair enough.
But the thing is, like, my idea of fishing has been skewed by stuff I've seen on YouTube, because it's like.
Have you been fishing before?
I haven't.
Okay, this explains a lot. Okay.
But I would really like to go.
No, I think you will enjoy. Like I think you'll enjoy going for it. Whether you'll want to continue after you try. There's so much waiting.
But
just wait.
But if you go with the boys.
No, fair enough. Like I don't think it'll not be an enjoyable thing, but like I don't know again YouTube. They're gonna cut down a 4 fishing trip in 15 minutes.
No, but it's like, I don't watch like videos that only have people fishing.
I don't know what you're watching. Like, I'm not sure. Like,
Fishing vlogs.
No, it's not like that. It's like I don't know. I've just become. I really like watching like outdoor stuff from time to time, and like when people go out and they camp and then they sort of basically forage for that maybe 2 or 3 days and then just live there and go home.
What the hell is going on here?
It's pretty insane.
It is. It's like just watching a man like dig a hole.
You're watching Next Man. You're watching Next Man.
watching a man dig a hole.
And then build a shelter and then like sleep there and then go back to his real house.
Right.
I feel like that says something. I'm not sure what it is yet.
Okay.
I'll
No,
go.
but
I like it for different reasons.
No, but it's like
You're watching Next Man dig a hole.
no, the thing is like the depth of it is not that
Of the
he's
hole.
No, it's not that he's digging the hole. It's like I think the experience itself, like going out, it's like camping and.
Mine's meant a spade.
it's
It's a nice shovel.
Yeah, I think it's like I just enjoy like the peacefulness of the outdoors, and then him like going out there, setting up shelter, and then just taking everything in, and like the amount of skills that you need to actually pull something like that off is just something I never thought of before. Because like I think people kind of like, okay, no, we'll buy the stuff and take it there, and then we'll just put a tent up and then we'll load, and then it's like these little subtle tricks. It's not trying to hold this long.
No, I'm over that. It's just the way it's amazing that you're explaining this. And like it's just so like it's just life. It's just
What?
It's just explaining life.
like it's just life, just a normal day in the life of someone. Just
I mean, I think it's not that far from content where you're saying people like sort of doing vlog content, but it's like he goes out there and then he sort of sets up the shelter. It's like as he's walking around and stuff, he just drops little bits of information about things that he's learned along his like sort of time doing this, and it's just kind of amazing to learn these little things about how people navigate nature and how they survive, and how he makes these judgment calls about when it's time to go home and when he's like he can't actually explore further, or what type of berries to eat and certain things that like medicinal plants, and like how to set up shelter that you can actually stay warm and things like that. So it's like those types of things. It's like it's so interesting to learn about. I know that I don't think I would ever get to that point where I want to just be dropped in like the Ceres Mountains for 5 days and come pick me up later.
Would you do it if Mr. Beast was offering you money?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't know any of this knowledge. I'll do it.
But it's like, yeah, I find that really sort of entertaining to watch. And also, like, a lot of the scenery is just so, like, almost breathtaking to take in. And it's like, maybe because he has like a really cool 4K camera that he's carrying around with him. But it's like, just these glaciers and these mountains and the animals and stuff that he encounters along the way, and just how he explains the way he interacts with them, and like the way he avoids bears, and how he sort of finds out like when a bear's been through this part and how to not die essentially from a bear attack. Like, yeah, I just find it quite interesting.
Who is this guy? Plug his channel.
His channel's called Outdoor Boys. I forgot his name.
Okay, no, that's fair. Good enough.
But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. And also ice fishing, crazy. Right?
Is this why you go to Iceland?
No, not for the ice fishing. Iceland. I wanted to go to Iceland before I found out about ice fishing.
Fair. Yeah.
But yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's. I think that's it for me for this episode. So.
Oh, you could.
And on that terrible disappointment, I have to say goodbye.